During Cenat's Mafiathon, that is still going on by the way, well into November, he invited Soulja Boy the rapper on his stream. And roughly 58 minutes into the stream, they decided to play a chess game online against each other. Now, this is unprecedented. We've seen Speed play against Manny Pacquiao, which was crazy, hit crazy numbers, but this is like the second celebrity chess game that I was completely here for. And let me tell you, this game is like beyond wilderness of crazy. Like think Amazon jungle times 20,000%. Now, a big thing to keep in mind if this is your first chess game or if you're an experienced chess player is that this was Cenat's first ever chess game. And so Soulja took the white pieces, Kai took black, and here you go. Soulja plays a very atypical first move, b4. And by the way, if you're a fan of Kai or you're a fan of Soulja, welcome to the channel. My name is The Chess Nerd, and I do all content that is chess. And hopefully we can share a funny moment with each other today on this insane game. So he opens with b4, which is called the orangutan, a pretty unpopular opening. And then Kai, first ever chess game, plays f5. I've never seen, already we're 2 moves in, I've never seen this in my life. So then Soulja comes with knight h3. So he's like taking up the square before the pawn. So then Kai plays a really nice move, e5, taking up a lot of the center, playing with these dominant pawns, and look at the control he's amassing over these squares with the pawns, which is the lowest value piece, taking a lot of squares, which is really good because not a lot of pieces can trespass on this territory, otherwise you can just take it. So Soulja replies with d3. First blunder of the game, first of many. So d3 overlooks a threat that Kai was instilling on his last move. Unbeknownst to even himself, Kai was threatening, very sneaky, this pawn with his bishop when he unveiled that pawn on that e5 square. And so now bishop takes b4 is possible for Kai. He can already be a pawn up and gain an advantage. Kai plays knight c6, which is a miss, because this is a free pawn. And now Soulja goes with a4. I mean the pawn is still hanging, but Kai still overlooks it and plays g6, so he could have taken it again. g6 played on the board, rook a3 was played. There is a very nice tactic that Kai can now use to his advantage to win this poor rook for himself. And so in this position, Kai finds not the right move. He plays d6. Here, he had an opportunity to play bishop takes b4, again the same tactic, but this time it's with check, and it's attacking the rook at the same time. This is called a fork, and he would be winning the rook, which is kind of crazy. So d6. Preventing actually this in the further future. So yeah. a5 played by Soulja. Now knight takes b4 is in the plans. It's in the plans. But he goes h6, b5, attacking the knight, and Kai sees this, or actually, I don't think he did, because he played d5. So d5 hanging the knight, but then Kai has like high IQ move because, you know, he's discovered attacking the rook with his bishop by moving this pawn. Like this is, I'm sorry I doubted you, Kai, that's crazy. So now Soulja takes on c6.
You could do that? I can do that.
And then Kai should take here, but he was feeling very generous. He played d4 here, not taking this. And then Soulja Boy took on b7.
Come here.
So now Soulja Boy is like up a full knight and a pawn. He's threatening to make a queen. And let me tell you, Kai did not know that when the pawn gets to the 8th rank, you can change the piece, the pawn, into a queen, knight, rook, or bishop. That's what's so strong about pawns. So he doesn't know the danger that this pawn carries. And he plays f4. And now Soulja has like a golden opportunity. We have an imposter amongst these 3 pawns. And this pawn can literally take the rook now, which is worth 5 entire points, and make a queen, which is worth 9 points. So he can make an OG move of like plus 14 gains. He takes the bishop, which is half as good, but this time the bishop is defended, right, by both pieces. And he makes a rook. Actually, Soulja didn't know that this was a roll 2, and they like were like confused in between choosing which piece to choose when the promotion happened here.
Well, you turn into that? I don't know what I just did, but it's a movie.
So rook happens. What do? You have to take the rook. Otherwise the rook is pinning the queen to the king and we're taking the queen next. So Kai deals with this and takes the rook. Very nice move. Soulja plays his pawn up. So Kai plays c6, overlooking this. So now Kai finally plays bishop takes a3. Yo! That's a hype move to spot. Soulja takes back with the knight. I was very impressed to see the sequence. This was like good move, good move. Like really, really nice. G5 play by Kai, blocking this pawn. He could have taken, but okay. It is what it is. And then Soulja plays bishop g2. This is a very nice move. Soulja is activating his bishop that was formerly doing nothing into doing absolute dominance, mayhem on this diagonal, attacking a target on c6, this little pawn, and behind it, which we call an X-ray actually, attacking a beautiful rook. Kai goes a6, Soulja takes this pawn. Kai has his king in check, so can't really do much. He's clicking on his king, seeing where his king can go, and then he clicks on his queen, and then boom, takes the bishop. Back into the game. Kai is sneakily attacking this rook over there in like orbit. Like crazy snipe. So let's see if Soulja sees this. He doesn't. Knight g1. I don't know what. Usually you don't want to undevelop pieces. Like when they're out, you want to expand. But Soulja goes back, but then Kai touches his queen and goes queen d7. I was like, oh. c5 by Soulja, queen c6. He goes back, not to attack the rook. Soulja blunders the rook, but to win the pawn. So queen takes, attacking this knight. So now Kai's back a pawn. Knight c4, and then queen c8. And now something happens that is absolutely magical. So Soulja plays his knight here, right? And then Kai is like confused because usually, you know, he touches the piece and he sees like where it can go and his pieces can't go anywhere. And then Soulja goes, that n-word is in check. Then Kai realizes that, you know, his king has to move. And this is indeed a fork. So Soulja forking the queen, forking the king, and is winning the queen for sure. No resignation, Kai bravely goes to f8 with his king, moves away, and then he doesn't take. I don't know why he doesn't take the queen. Bishop b4, defending the knight, lining up the knight for a discovered check. So when this knight moves, the king is going to be in check, no matter what, which is kind of cool. Unless you block, like let's say you put the knight in front, when I move this knight, the king won't be in check anymore. More than that, we're attacking the queen and threatening all this. So he's like toppling on a threat of already the threats that existed. Crazy. So then Kai, you would think he would move his queen. He didn't see it. I don't think Kai knew how the knight moved. It's his first game ever. I don't even think he knew how to play. So f3 is played. Again, missing this queen. Very entertaining game. Entertainment out of 10 is a 10 right here. You can't get better than this. And then Kai plays an absolute bluff. Kai reaches for his queen, goes all the way here, and lets go of his queen. Insane. Threatening queen g2 to win the rook. His opponent takes. And Kai goes, oh, he can do that? No!
There's no way that little nigga can kill her. Yes.
The secret with pawns is that they can take and escape kind of that blockade in the center of them. That's the key about pawns, is that they take in diagonal. Kai responds with rook b8, attacking the bishop. And then Soulja plays knight b5, offering the knight two ways, but Kai can't take it, because it's check. Kai moves his king again, this time out of the checking ranges of the knight and bishop. The knight can't check, and the bishop can't check, so he brings in his queen. And this is where things get dicey, because now Kai is down like a rook for a queen and bishop. It's completely over on paper. You have no idea what's about to happen unless you saw the live stream. So Kai moves out with his king, And then he brings another piece in. This is such a great sign that Soulja, if you see this video, bro, I will give you lessons happily after seeing this move. Beautiful move. He's bringing another piece in the game. This is great. Why? Because the king is vulnerable and the knight is on the same trajectory as the king. Look, if the knight takes, it's already check. And you're already checkmating the king with that same knight. Also, the knight is freeing the availability of this rook that's worth 5 points. It's like you're opening up the barn and your horse can finally race the other horses, you know? Rook c8. And now, Soulja makes arguably one of the most impressive moves of the game. He takes here with check. Best move by far. He negates the fact that his knight was attacked twice. Oh my god, did I miss this? I completely overlooked that. That's so funny. And then he goes for knight takes e5 because he had this on his mind. Soulja plays a great move. Like, this is fantastic. Checking the king is super vulnerable, about to be checkmated. And bringing this knight into the game. Kai finally moves his king to the g7 square. By the way, the entire time Kai was like entirely confused.
See, like, how can he move so much places?
It must have been so entertaining to watch live for the people who caught it. Rook f1 is Soulja's move, which is questionable because this is such a nicely built structure of pawns here, and this rook is not anytime soon going to destroy that. So this gives Kai an opportunity, and he plays his move. He takes his knight here. A best move by Kai, taking back a knight for free. Bishop attacking the rook. Kai overlooks this and gives the rook. Bishop takes, and now it's only down to 2 pieces for Kai Cenat. It's looking dim. Knight d7, offering another gift. Kai has a 4,000 IQ move planned in his head. You don't know what it is, but for those who know, you know. I don't know he knew, but I know that he knew that he should have known, that he probably... Knight takes. He accepts the gift. It's a gift for free. This is called the Trojan horse in war. It's when you give a little gift for free in exchange for the entire crown. Now Kai moves his king. Soulja has to accomplish with his remaining military a check on this king, be it from here, while the king is cornered. So imagine this. If Soulja gets his queen to this square, it's checkmate. It's over. Game over. But he has to find a way to get there. If he goes like this, Kai can just snatch that queen off. No time to go queen f8. So Soulja has to go here to then threaten this. Or he has to go here to then go here and then try to checkmate like that. He goes queen b2, which is still very good. Checking from here, right? Attacking a pawn. That's what you want to do when you're trying to convert. Takes, defending the pawn and winning a knight for Kai. Check on the king, very nice one. This is also a fork, winning a pawn. King moves, and he doesn't take the pawn. He goes for another check instead. The king moves again, and now h4. I think we had like mate in 3 probably, like check, and probably... No. There's a rook here, but like check, king here, check, rook here, forced, and then checkmate, defended by the bishop. Crazy. But then Kai takes, rook h1, attacking the pawn. Kai plays his rook. He has few moves left, so now it's not like choosing. It's more like, okay, what can I do? Bishop moves, the rook takes the pawn. This bishop was defending the rook, the pawn. Rook takes pawn, and now rook a3. He misses, takes. Bishop takes f4, and then rook check on the king. Now, this is a crucial moment. The pieces are getting to Kai's king. He is in deep trouble. Kai's like confused this entire time. He doesn't know which pieces can move anymore. He's like, why can't these pieces move? He plays his pawn finally to a5. Soulja takes yet another pawn on h6. Rook moves, bishop plays back to c1. And then Kai reaches out for his rook, can't play it, and goes, what?
How you got checked?
And then Soulja realizes, he goes, yeah, that N-word is in check. So he played a discovered check, as we say, in chess, on the king. and attacking the rook. This is the best move of the game. You've seen it all. The worst move of the game is about to happen. King goes, has to, it's check, and then he picks up the rook. Kai is down to 2 pawns against 1 rook, queen, bishop. It's getting a lot. So he plays his last pawn. And now Soulja plays check on the king. Kai has 1, 2, 3 options that are legal for his king. So he plays his king down. And now Soulja plays the move of the game. Actually, not the move of the game, the move that concludes the game, because he plays rook h5. And now both players are confused. You might also be confused. The evaluation bar just dropped on the left of your screen, wondering why. This move stalemates the opponent's king, which makes this game a tie, and both players drew the game.
Stalemate. Oh, it's a tie. I fumbled. Oh!
What a game! What a game! I've never analyzed a game on this channel that's this entertaining. This game lasted over 25 minutes of time, which is a very long time for a casual game between friends. Peak entertainment. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe if you want some more chess content. See you soon. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.